We're immediately thrust into a high-stakes drama in this enclosure. Our central figure, a large bullfrog, sits with a hunter's patience, a stark contrast to the frantic energy of the two mice. Observe the frog's posture, low, still, eyes fixed. This is a classic ambush predator, conserving energy for that explosive strike. Educational insight. Bullfrogs or similar large frog species are opportunistic feeders and will attempt to eat almost anything they can overpower and fit into their surprisingly large mouths, from insects and rodents to other amphibians. The mice are clearly on high alert, their survival instincts in overdrive, while the snake in the foreground seems to be, for the moment, a non-participant in this particular chase. We're now witnessing the intricate and rather forceful process of this frog consuming its first catch. Notice the powerful body movements and how it uses its forelimbs. These aren't just for show, they help maneuver the prey. Zoological fact: frogs swallow their food whole. They don't chew. Instead, they rely on strong jaw muscles, those helpful front legs, and even by retracting their eyeballs into their head to create pressure and push the meal down. It's a testament to their predatory adaptations, efficient and direct. The second mouse, understandably, is keeping its distance and observing this grim spectacle. And now, the second course is well underway. The frog, having successfully dispatched one mouse, has now almost completely engulfed the second. Again, we see the characteristic use of its forelimbs, pushing and adjusting. Ecological note: while this is a captive scenario, it graphically demonstrates the predatory role such large amphibians play in their natural ecosystems, controlling populations of smaller animals. It's also important to observe the other creature here. The snake now clearly shows signs of an injury near its head. Animal welfare considerations. In any multi-species captive environment, especially with known predators and prey, careful planning and monitoring are crucial to prevent undue stress or harm to any of the animals involved. We have what appears to be an African bullfrog, easily identifiable by its sheer size and robust build, a rather spry lizard, perhaps an agama species, and initially one, now two, scorpions joining the fray. The frog is a picture of patience, a classic ambush predator. Biological insight. African bullfrogs, also known as pixie frogs, are renowned for their voracious appetites. They are gape-limited predators, meaning they'll attempt to eat almost anything that moves and can physically fit into their impressively large mouths. The lizard seems understandably wary, while the scorpions are already adopting defensive postures, tails arched. This is a high-stakes encounter for everyone but the frog. And we're back, mid-meal. The bullfrog has successfully subdued the lizard and is now well into the process of swallowing it whole. Observe the powerful gulping motions and how it uses its forelimbs, almost like hands, to push the lizard further down its gullet. It's a slow, determined effort. Fascinating fact. Frogs don't chew. They swallow their prey entirely. Sometimes they'll even blink hard, retracting their eyeballs into their skull to create extra pressure to help push food down. Meanwhile, one of those scorpions is getting dangerously close, almost as if daring the frog. This could get even more interesting. Well, our bullfrog clearly has an appetite that knows no bounds. Having dispatched the lizard, it has now turned its attention to the scorpion. And just like that, with a swift lunge, the scorpion is caught. Critical safety point. Many scorpions are venomous, and their sting can be a potent defense. This frog is taking a significant risk. Some larger predators develop a degree of immunity or can simply overpower and consume venomous prey before the venom takes full effect. The frog is again using its hands to maneuver the scorpion, likely trying to avoid that dangerous tail. It's a risky but rewarding meal for this amphibian powerhouse. The frog displays classic ambush predator behavior, utter stillness, conserving energy, eyes locked on its potential meal, and there it is, an incredibly fast lunge. Biological insight. These frogs are known for their powerful strikes and wide gapes, allowing them to tackle surprisingly large prey. The lizard, despite its quick movements, was simply outmatched by the frog's explosive attack. The scorpion, for now, remains an ominous background detail. We rejoin the scene as the bullfrog is still very much engaged in the arduous task of consuming the lizard. It's a graphic display of how these amphibians eat. No chewing, just a determined, muscular effort to swallow the prey whole. Notice the significant use of its forelimbs, almost like tiny hands to help guide and push the lizard down. Frogs can also retract their eyeballs into their sockets, which helps create pressure in the mouth to aid in swallowing. All this while, that scorpion is prowling nearby, tail arched, a potent symbol of danger. One can't help but wonder if the frog is sizing up its next, potentially perilous course. The piece is about to be shattered. In comes a strikingly colored wasp. That bright orange band is a clear warning sign in the insect world. And bam! The frog, with incredible speed, snatches the wasp midair or right as it lands. Safety warning for the frog. Wasps, especially species like this one, which appears to be a type of hornet or large potter wasp, possess painful stings as a defense. The frog is relying on quickly subduing and swallowing it before it can effectively use that stinger. A real gamble. Well, our audacious amphibian seems to have developed a taste for danger, or perhaps it's just incredibly confident. After successfully downing the first wasp, it has now made short work of a second and even a third. Each time, we see that lightning-fast tongue strike and the determined gulping. While frogs are known insectivores, taking on multiple stinging insects like this in quick succession is a bold strategy. The bright coloration of these wasps, known as aposematism, is meant to deter predators by signaling, "I am dangerous." Clearly, this frog either didn't get the memo or has learned that the reward outweighs the risk. It's a fascinating display of predatory persistence and, frankly, a bit of amphibian bravado. And it's a wasp, sporting those classic "don't mess with me" orange bands. The frog makes an initial, almost comically enthusiastic lunge, and misses. A brief moment of drama as the wasp seems to collect itself on the floor, but our frog is patient. Then, with a lightning-fast tongue flick, it's mealtime. We've seen it go on to tackle not just one, but a series of these buzzing daredevils. There was even a moment where a wasp boldly explored the frog's back. Talk about playing with fire, or in this case, a very large mouth. Behavioral observation. This bullfrog exhibits incredible predatory drive and a surprising tolerance, or perhaps an effective strategy, for dealing with potentially dangerous prey. While some predators avoid stinging insects entirely, this individual is clearly a generalist willing to take on the challenge for a meal. It's a striking display of eat or be eaten, though in this case, the wasps are definitely on the eaten side of the equation.